morning, good evening, good afternoon, students and traders all around the world. This is FXPassion broadcasting you live on we're on YouTube, right? YouTube. So this is Forex Trading Course 101, everybody. And remember, trading is a learnable skill when we learn in the correct way the MST. What are those letters? M stands for the market, S stands for the strategy, and in the Forex course 202, what is the T? T stands for the trader, right? So we're going to learn how to make consistent profits once we learn in the correct way the MST, market, strategy, and the trader. And yes, everybody, sorry for yesterday. Our captain, our boss is saying FXPassion must be stuck in traffic again, right? No, everybody, yesterday I was in a meeting, I'm sorry, I was in a meeting yesterday, so I couldn't make it. Okay, everybody? Now, talking about the market and the strategy, we are going to learn how to analyze, how to understand the market and the strategy with those modules here: basic module, beginner module, intermediate module, advanced module. And if this is your first time with us, please go back to the Dukascopy YouTube webinar page and start to watch the lesson number 1, market structure. Talking about the trader, what do champion traders say? Champion traders always say, I am not going to live and die on a trade by trade basis. And of course, this is a quote from the trading coach Mark Douglas. Hello Lucas, how are you? And my 50 cents here: when the market scares the hell out of you, don't be afraid to do the right thing. Passion, what is the right thing to do when I'm scared? Read your strategy rules one more time. Follow the concepts we are teaching you one more time. Hello Allah, how are you? Oh, but I lost. Enter the trade following the rules and the concepts one more time. These are the right things to do, everybody, even though we are scared, right, as beginner traders. And remember, 90% of traders lose money in the Forex market worldwide. The webinars are not trading or investment advice. The webinars are for educational purposes only. Don't trade with money you cannot afford to lose, everybody. And for homeworks or questions, you have my Gmail contact, you have my Skype contact, and you can follow me on TradingView if you want. The lesson today, trading Fibonacci numbers, how to find the Contrarian Fibonacci in a downtrend, right? So, tell me a currency pair, everybody, tell me a currency pair that you want to check, but it must have a down original Fibonacci. And we were talking about, in the previous lessons, we were talking about AUD USD, right? So we have AUD USD, we have, there we go, AUD USD. AUD USD monthly chart, right? How to find the Contrarian Fibonacci in a downtrend. This means, what does this mean? This means that our original Fibonacci must be down. We should have a down original Fibonacci, everybody. This is AUD USD monthly chart. This is AUD USD weekly chart, and this is AUD USD daily chart, right? Okay, so this was AUD USD. Now let's see the next one. Canada JPY not, Canada CHF not, CHF JPY. Let's open CHF JPY, everybody. It's an interesting one. And if you are not short, everybody, on CHF JPY, I'm going to ask you, why aren't you shorting CHF JPY? But we're going to check the Fibonacci's, right? Okay, everybody, so this is CHF JPY monthly chart. And we're going to draw our original Fibonacci, and then we are going to check our Contrarian Fibonacci. Okay, so text up in here is our A, bold, up in here is our A, and remember, you know, the B must not be the same candle. Okay, why not? Because Fibonacci is a sequence, right? So tell me everybody, which one is the B? Which one is the B? Is the first circle the B? Is the second circle the B? Or is the 1, 2, 3, 4, or is the third circle the B, everybody? What do you say? First, second, third? Passion, I don't know what is what. This is the first circle. This is the second circle. And this is the third circle. And remember everybody, I have a 20 seconds delay on the chat on YouTube. Okay, once you type in the chat something, it takes about 20 seconds for me to read it. I mean to come for me to on my chat. Okay, and then once we have established our AB, we are going to establish our C, and we are going to project, right, our D. A, B, C, D. Ala says number 2. Anybody else? Which one is the B? Circle number 1, circle number 2, or circle number 3? Which one is the B, everybody? So nobody goes with 1. Okay. Everybody, the correct answer is number 3 is the B. One more time, you need to pay attention, everybody. Why is not number 2? Number 2 is not a low. What is a low? Forex course 101 beginner lessons. Beginner lesson. What is a low? A low is a center candle with 2 candles on the right with higher low values and 2 candles on the left with higher low values. Does this center candle have 2 candles on the left with higher low values? Teacher Ala, no, it doesn't. This is the reason why, everybody, this is not our low. Okay, so congratulations, Lucas, number 3. And Fibonacci retracement tool, we are going to spread A to B, make it bolder, something like this, and fixed right side, there you go, A, B. Now finding the contrarian Fibonacci, everybody. So let's start with the C, right? Which one is our C? Well, it's a no-brainer. You know, a C is the highest point, not necessarily a high, inside the AB boundary, after the B, before the market hits the appropriate D extension. So far, A to B, B to C, so far, something like this. Okay, and our projected D is down here. This is our projected D level. Okay, so this is the original one. Okay, now remember what is the contrarian. The contrarian Fibonacci is a Fibonacci that is going in the opposite direction. So this is our ABCD. Tell me everybody, where should we start our contrarian? On the first circle, on the second circle, on the third circle, or on the fourth circle? Which which one should we start our contrarian Fibonacci, meaning the sub A, sub B, sub C, sub D? First circle, second circle, third circle, everybody, or fourth circle? Which one? And everybody, MGA send me an email. Passion, what about the Crypto Thursdays? Are they over? No, they are not, everybody. Okay? But we have programmed titles, we have scheduled titles according to the Dukascopy Webinars. Okay? I'm not sure if this Thursday or not this one, the next Thursday is going to be the Crypto Thursday. Okay? And we're hosting a one-day crypto course, everybody, 16th of October. If you are interested, send me an email, send me a message on Skype. FXPassion, I'm interested on the crypto course. It's going to be just one day, everybody. Okay? Now, here it is. Sub A, sub A, and then we're going to have the sub B, and then we are going to have the sub C, the first sir. Okay, anybody else? Sub A, sub B, sub C, sub D, sub D, sub A, sub C, sub D. The first one, sir. Anybody else? Everybody, where should we start our sub A? And Lucas is correct. The first one is the correct. Why? Because the same rules apply, everybody. Sub A is the lowest low, is the absolute low, is a starting point of a pattern. Okay? So if you would say, okay, I have an up market wave, I have higher highs, higher lows, or just the Fibonacci, everybody, this is the starting point of the pattern. Alice is number one, yes sir. Okay. So Fibonacci retracement, low to high, this is our first high. We're going to color code, everybody, make it default Fibo contrarian. Everybody, make it a practice to color code differently. Okay, to color code differently your Fibonacci's. Okay, everybody, sub A, sub B. Now, which one is the sub C? Is the first circle our sub C, everybody? Is the, I'm going to move this one, no, I'm going to delete it. So, is the first circle our sub C? Is the second circle our sub C? Or is the third circle our sub C, everybody? What do you think? And of course, violet goes to violet, our projected D extension, our projected sub D is up in here. Now, which one is the C? Sub C? Everybody? Is the first circle our sub C? Is the second circle our sub C? Or is the third circle our sub C? And remember, everybody, we are here to learn. Don't be shy. There is no right or wrong. Don't be afraid of, you know, making mistakes. Oh my God, what if I say something and I made a mistake? Everybody, you're going to make mistakes anyway, you know. Okay. Sub A, sub B, sub C. What do you think? There is no right or wrong, and let me find. Not this one. I'm trying to find, everybody, the the pictures. Ala says number 3. Yes, sir. Very good. So number 1 out, number 2 out, number 3. Everybody. Yes, sir. Number 3 is our sub C. Correct. Sub A, sub B, sub C. So we have the sub A, sub B, sub C, and sub D, right? So we can color code this like this. Sub A to sub B to sub C, and sub C projected to our sub D, something like this. Here is the question, traders. Should we go long or short on our original Fibonacci, or should we go long or short on our contrarian Fibonacci? Lucas, number 3. Yes, sir. Everybody, should we go long or short on our original Fibonacci, or should we go long or short on our contrarian? Remember, there is no right or wrong, they are just different probabilities of success. Passion, but I don't trade from the monthly. Yes, great comment, everybody. Not on YouTube, but on the other streaming platform. Great comment. We are not talking about entry or timing, okay? We are talking about direction. We are not going to enter, everybody, from the monthly chart, but you have the original Fibonacci pointing down, and you have the contrarian Fibonacci pointing up. So long-term direction, what do you think, everybody? Should you go long for the time being, or should you go short for the time being? In other questions, do we have a confirmed C from the monthly chart? And if the answer is yes, what are you going to do on the weekly, daily, and the 2-hour, 4-hour chart? And if the answer is no, what are you going to do on the daily, weekly, 2-hour? Everybody, what do you think? Should we go long or short? And remember, there is no right or wrong. You can go long, somebody else can go short. Lucas and everybody else, you are not going to make pips and money staying out. Okay? Everybody, I'm telling you as a friend, some of you are typing too much. Stay out, stay out, stay out, stay out. You know? You need to trade, everybody. You need to make your experience, okay? Staying out is a valid answer when you don't have the timing right. So, Teacher Lucas, one more time, I'm asking about direction. So there is no staying out, everybody. We are going to stay out on the 2-hour chart, on the 4-hour chart, if we see that timing is not right. And Ala says short, very good. Shorting the market. Okay, now talking about the Fibonacci's, Ala, is this trade 50% from the monthly standpoint, or is an 80% trade? Everybody? And this is your next level, right? What is the next level? So this is your next level, everybody. This is for the beginner trader. Thinking process. Okay, thinking process. And you have like in here, okay, it's going to be like this, and we're going to have another quadrant like this, and we're going to change colors like this, and we're going to write in here short. Okay, we're going to have here short, and we're going to have here we are going to have here long, okay, and then we are going to have here probabilities, ongoing short, clone, and we have probabilities on going long. Okay, everybody, this is your next level. All right, this is your next level of on the understanding of the markets. Okay, thinking process. You want to go short, what are the probabilities? So number one, Fibonacci equals to 50% probability probe, okay? Number one, talking about Fibonacci, is a 50% trade. Don't mix apples with bananas, everybody. We are talking about the monthly chart. Next, we're going to check the weekly and the daily. Okay? Now, 2, going short. Okay, pivot point equals to with us. So the market retraced to the last pivot point, the trade, so going short is with us. Let's check some trend lines. So trend lines, we have this trend line, and then we have this trend line, and we have this trend line, and the market broke. You know, the market broke our aggressive downtrend line. No, the market broke, I got you, everybody, the market broke our aggressive uptrend line, not downtrend line. Okay, and of course the market is retracing right now, because this is what the market do at the pivot point, right? So talking about going long or short and talking about the probabilities, talking about the Fibonacci's, it's a 50% rate. You know, it's not the best probability, but plus the pivot point, the market is reacting at the pivot point, and somebody is saying, oh, but the market is reacting again and is going to go up. Well, we need to address the probabilities, you know. So number 3, the market broke the short-term, not the aggressive, broke the short-term trend line, STTL. Market broke the short-term trend line, STTL. What else? Pivot point, okay, that's it. Now let's see if the market broke the counter trend line to go long. This is the high, you know. So this is the monthly, right? So it didn't break yet. Okay. See how it's not that difficult, everybody, right? Not that difficult, this thinking process. Agreed? Now, what are the probabilities of going long, right? And tell me, everybody, we are going to learn that the sub-C or the Contrarian Fibonacci has its own confirmed, right? Sub-C. What? What? Yes, sir, everybody. Yes, sir. Don't stress out. We are going to spend a month on the Fibonacci's. Okay? So, starting from today, the same way we identify a confirmed C, the same way we can identify a confirmed sub-C. Does this make sense to you, everybody? And again, some of you are saying, oh, I don't like the Contrarian Fibonacci. Contrarian Fibonacci too difficult to understand. Contrarian Fibonacci too messy. I would like to trade only the original one. I would love to trade only the original one. Everybody, you can do whatever you want, okay? Trade what you understand. Okay, everybody? Trade what you understand. So I'm going to delete most of the things. So we have the sub A, sub B, sub C, and now we are going to look for the sub C. Passion, why the sub C? Because we want to understand if this sub C is confirmed. Make sense, everybody? No, it doesn't. Okay. No, it doesn't, right? So let's go step by step. When we have the original Fibonacci, everybody, don't freak out. Give me a second. When we have the original Fibonacci, we learned, everybody, then when we have a confirmed C, and we find the confirmed C with the contrarian, right? And the confirmed C is when the projected the extension of the contrarian, it's out of the AB boundary of the original one. It's confusing, yes it is. Let's go step by step. Okay? So we are using, everybody, the contrarian Fibonacci to find the confirmed C, right? C is the C confirmed equals to question mark. Okay, everybody? We are using the contrarian Fibonacci to find the confirmed C on the original one. Okay? Is this understandable? Yes, okay, great. So we have the A, B, capital A, capital B, capital C, and then we have the projected, blue goes to blue, projected D, right? Projected D extension. Alright? So we have capital A, capital B, capital C, and we are using the contrarian Fibonacci to find the confirmed C. If the capital C is confirmed, meaning the projected sub D extension, it's below the capital A, meaning if the contrarian Fibonacci is going to hit the appropriate D extension, is going to break the capital A, but because the original Fibonacci is stronger than the contrarian, then these entries are 80% entries. Passion, can you repeat please? Yes sir. Everybody take a pen and paper or rewatch this webinar 2 or 3 times, okay? And practice. Passion, can you repeat please? Yes sir. We have the capital A, we have the capital B, and we are trading the original Fibonacci sequence. Okay? We want to buy the C, capital C, and we want to take profit at the D. Okay? Yes, okay, great. Now, in order to find the higher probability, we are learning the contrarian Fibonacci. The contrarian Fibonacci is a technique that is helping us to find what it's called the confirmed C. The confirmed C is where the contrarian Fibonacci has its own projected D extension out of the AB boundary. Okay, if the contrarian Fibonacci is going to, what color? Yellow. Great, yellow. If the contrarian Fibonacci is going to hit its own appropriate sub the extension, then is going to break the original one. Yes or yes? One more time. If the contrarian Fibonacci is going to hit its own sub D, violet goes to violet, it must break the capital A of the original one. Yes? Yes, okay. Now 1 plus 1. If the contrarian Fibonacci is going to break the capital A, then this is the confirmed C. Why is this the confirmed C? Because in the battle between the original Fibonacci and the contrarian one, the original one is stronger. And this is a Fibonacci trading rule. One more time. Between the battle, okay, in the battle between the original Fibonacci and the contrarian, the original is stronger. Is going to win 8-9 times out of 10. Okay, it's not guaranteed, but the deeper the retracement on the original Fibonacci, the higher the probability of the reversal. Oh, can you repeat please? Yes sir. The deeper the retracement on the original Fibonacci, the higher the probability of the reversal. Passion, what reversal? Meaning the market going our way. Right? Okay everybody, any questions about the confirmed C and why are we using the contrarian Fibonacci? Any questions? Type in the chat everybody. Don't be shy, there is no right or wrong. Don't be afraid of asking questions. Lucas, is it better, less confusing, Ala and everybody else? Is it less confusing? Can you understand the relationship between the original Fibonacci and the contrarian Fibonacci? And why are we using the contrarian Fibonacci? And remember, I have a 20 seconds delay on the chat. Yes, it goes the same for the up original Fibonacci swing or the down. It's all the same. Okay, no questions, sir. Okay. Now, remember everybody, we opened and closed, with this conversation, we opened and closed the story, okay? This is one story, it's one book. It has a beginning and the end. Now, we want to trade the contrarian, okay? We want to trade the contrarian. Sub A. I got it. See? Somebody's typing, I got it. Yes, it's not that difficult. We have the sub A, sub B, right? And the market is retracing, okay, on the contrarian, okay? Sub A, sub B, and up in here we have the sub C. Agreed? We have the sub C, and the same Fibonacci rules apply. If the Fibonacci goes on the original one, if green goes to green, Then on the contrarian, violet goes to violet. Exactly, that's it. Okay, not that difficult. Violet, we are trading the contrarian right now. So we have this sub A, we have this sub B, we have this sub C. In here just an example. So violet goes to violet, and this is our projected sub D extension. Okay, now we have the same challenge in here. Passion, what is the challenge? The same way we want to find an 80% entry on the confirmed C. Everybody stay with me. Everybody, come on, stay with me. Focus. In the same way, we want to find the confirmed capital C, which is going to give us an 80% probability on the ABCD trade. For the exactly same reason, we are trying to find the confirmed sub C. Does this make sense? We are using the same rules to trade the original Fibonacci and the contrarian. So if we find a confirmed capital C, this trade on the original Fibonacci is going to have an 80% probability. The same logic and the same rules apply on the contrarian too. If we find the sub C with a confirmed, if we find the sub A, sub B and sub C is confirmed, we are going to enter an 80% chance trade on this sub A, sub B, sub C, sub D. Does this make sense to you? It's the same logic, everybody. Type in the chat, please, yes, it makes sense, or type in the chat, please, no, it doesn't make sense. So we are using the same logic. Oh, is this to trade on the contrarian? Yes. Understood. Okay. Now here is the question. What tool are we going to use in order to find the confirmed sub C? One more time. What tool or how can we find our confirmed sub C? How can we see if our sub C is confirmed or not? What tool are we going to use? Oh, alright. Oh my gosh, I got it. Yes. What tool, everybody? Type in the chat if you got it. If you understand what we're talking about. What tool are we going to use in order to find if this sub C is confirmed? It's get complicated in the beginning, I know. That's why some of you are saying, oh, I don't care about the contrarian, I'm not going to use the contrarian. It's okay, everybody. But at least you are going to learn the theoretical part of the Fibonacci. Talking about trading, trade what you like, right? Trade what you like, trade what you understand. Reject what you don't like, what is too complicated. Okay, exactly, the other contrarian Fibonacci. Okay, so we are going to use a Fibonacci retracement tool, and if this would be the case, you need to edit levels. You then color code it like what? Black in here, black in here, black in here, yellow in here, 0, 100, yellow in here, and unite Contrarian Fibonacci number 2, save. Okay, and this is capital A, capital B, capital C, capital D. Our contrarian is sub A, sub B, sub C, sub D. Our contrarian Fibonacci on the contrarian Fibonacci is going to have sub A, sub B, sub C, sub D, or 1, 2, 3, 4, it doesn't really matter. Now, that being said, remember everybody, we are still talking about the thinking process and how to understand probabilities. You know, to go short on the monthly, weekly and daily and the 1 hour to hour chart, we have number 1, Fibonacci is 50% to go short, pivot point is with us, and the market broke the short-term uptrend line. Those are the probabilities for us to take a short position. Not a trade yet, a position. We are positioning ourselves. Okay? Now, long. Let's see the sub A, sub B, sub C, sub D. And as Lucas said, we are going to use the contrarian Fibonacci. We want to understand. We want to find out, is our sub C confirmed, yes or no? Okay, I'm not going to play around with you this time, everybody. So we are going to Fibonacci retracement. We need to find the highest high, the starting point, and is this one. Okay, and we need to find the low. Okay, so this is the contrarian on the contrarian, and we're going to use the widget to help ourselves just to confirm the highs and the lows. This is high 118,600, 1185, so this is the sub A, sub A. Passion, this is too complicated, then simply don't trade the contrarian, everybody. Make sense? Sub A. And I'm not sure about this one, maybe I made the mistake, everybody. Let's use the widget again. Talking about, what is this? This is 112564, 1124. So this is not a low, everybody. This is not a low. This candle is lower. So this is the first low. Okay, sub A, clone. This is going to be our sub B. Sub B. Okay, and clone. Up in here, almost hit our sub A, is our sub C, and one last time clone down in here somewhere is going to be our sub D. Okay, and because red goes to red, you know, then this is our new sub A, sub B. Make sense? It's always the same, sub A, sub B in here. So let's move forward. Sub A. So this is our sub C and our sub D projected one. Red goes to red, one more time is down in here. So one more time the market hit the sub D. Fibonacci retracement tool, one more time. This is our sub A and this is our sub B. and then the market broke our sub A, and see everybody, the market broke this sub A, sub B, sub C, right? Now here is the question, everybody, sub A, sub B, sub C. Question, is this sub C confirmed? Everybody? Look at the oh Passion, this is difficult. Look at the sequence of the Contrarian Fibonacci on the Contrarian Fibonacci, you know, and tell me, is this sub C, this is the question, everybody, is the sub C confirmed? This is what we are trying to understand. Why is this? Because we are going to have a different probability. If the sub C is not confirmed, going long on the Fibonacci is going to have the same 50% probability. Okay? Yes, sir. Yes, it is, everybody. Okay? So the projected the extension is, see here, the projected the extension is well over, it's below the sub A. Okay? And if you need help, everybody, please ask for help. Okay? If you want to learn the Fibonacci's and not to waste 3, 4, 5 years, you know. Okay? And again, you can reject the Fibonacci's, you know. I'm honest here, we have traders who are using the Fibonacci's and trading the Fibonacci's, and we have traders who are not using the Fibonacci's and they are not trading the Fibonacci's. Okay? So, going long probabilities, you know, number one, clone Fibonacci is 80% probability. Okay, 80% probability on the sub A, B, C, D. Don't confuse apples with bananas. Okay. Now, what is against us? Right? What is against us? So pivot point with us, yes, pivot point is with us. The market is pivot point. We have this pivot point in here, you know. What is against us? Number three, pivot point equals against us. Number 4, market didn't close the candle yet. Number 5, market didn't break the CTB counter trend line. The CT market didn't break the counter trend line yet. Okay, everybody. So this is the thinking process right now. If you want to go short, remember, this is not entry, this is how we are going to address our position. If you want to short the market on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart, daily chart, from the monthly standpoint, you have a 50% on the Fibonacci, you have a pivot point in your favor, and the market broke the short-term trend line. And yes, of course, we have the bearish candlestick formation in here. If you want to take a long position on the 1 hour, 2 hour daily, you have an 80% of the on the subswing on the Fibonacci. You have a pivot point right now with you, but you have this sucker up in here against you. The market didn't break this one. This is the challenge. and the market didn't close the candle yet, and the market didn't break the counter trend line yet. Oh, right? So those are the directions, everybody. So if that is 80% in the monthly chart, then we should look for buy opportunities in the smaller time frames, right? No. Okay, I'm just going to correct your question. Sir, if that is an 80% on the sub ABCD, then we should look to buy. Okay, and the answer is you can do whatever you want. Make sense, everybody? Though it's a game of probabilities. If you short the market, everybody, and this is the skill, right? It's going to take some time. What's the skill? Don't mix apples with bananas. This is the skill. You know, if you short the Fibonacci, you are entering a 50% probability trade. Okay? What does this mean? Does this mean that the Fibonacci is going to go up? Or does this mean the Fibonacci is going to go down? The market can do anything it wants. So you can short the market, and talking about the Fibonacci's, the stop loss should be up in here. Make sense, everybody? But going long, short term, you have an 80% chance of this market hit the sub D. Okay, everybody? You have an 80% chance of the market hit the sub D. But this is just the sub D. Then going long short term, you have some challenges. What is the challenge? Well, the market didn't break the counter trend line yet, and the market has a pivot point up in here. What does this mean? This means that if you go long short term, Lucas and everybody else, this means that if you go long short term on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart and the daily, the market can come to this level and reverse and goes down. Why is that? Because you have a pivot point here. Yes, but the C is not confirmed. You are mixing apples with bananas. We are not looking at the original one. We are looking at the contrarian. Passion, this is too complicated. Everybody, trading is simple, but not easy. You know? This is the skill. Do you want to be a professional trader making the millions and the billions? Learn the skill of thinking in probabilities. I mean, when the monthly says one direction, can I go against it? You can do everything you want, everybody. This is why, if you understand this thinking process step by step as a beginner trader, and give it a thumb up if you find value in these lessons, when you understand this thinking process, everybody, you are going to start to understand as a beginner trader how is possible that one professional trader is going to buy CHF-JPY on the 2-hour chart right now, and some other professional trader is going to short CHF-JPY on the 1 hour, 2 hour chart right now. You have two professional traders going in opposite directions. Make sense, everybody? Both can win. This one can win and this one can win. How is this possible? Every Fibonacci and every pattern that we trade has its own rules. If you are going to find patterns and learn the rules, and obey the rules, you are going to make consistent pips and money. If you are going to find patterns and you are not going to follow the rules, you are not going to make consistent pips and money. It's that simple, everybody. And talking about probabilities, we should not think, everybody, you cannot expect every trade to be a winner. This would be naive. Make sense, everybody? But in a series of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 trades, if you are going to think from the probabilities, I promise you, you are going to make pips and money. Everybody? Passion, can you repeat, please? Yes, sir. If you learn the patterns, and if you learn how to think in probabilities, and if you are going to follow the rules in a series of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 trades, you are going to end with money in the bank. I promise you that. And finally, right, passion, if this is that simple, why there is a 90% failure? Because of this one. Because of this one. Because of the trader. And this is why the Forex course 202 was built, everybody. Once you understand and learn those modules, your next level is the Forex course 202. Okay? Do I need the Forex course 202? Yes, you need it. Why? Because just with the market and the strategy, you are not going to make consistent pips. Everybody, there is a 90% failure rate all over the world. Japan, Brazil, Alaska, Russia, Croatia, Italy, Spain, Netherlands, USA, Canada, Paraguay, Uruguay, Argentina. There is a 90% failure rate because of this. Not because of that. This is simple. This is the link, everybody. And that being said, see you back tomorrow with another session. Until tomorrow, stay strong and learn